Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to the 1993 running of the Tyson Holy Farm 400 from North Wilkesboro Speedway in Wilkes County, North Carolina. This is the 26th race of the NASCAR Winston Cup Series of 1993. And we are getting near the end of the season. This is being one of the final 5 races left of this season. The championship battle is the closest it's been in about half of the season. You see, after last week, Morgan Shepherd and Davey Allison have both cut into Dale Earnhardt's lead both cut into his lead. We'll flip back here in my notes to about 2 races ago. Dale Earnhardt had a 260-point lead over Morgan Shepherd. Coming into this race, Morgan Shepherd has cut that down to 154. That is within a race now of Dale Earnhardt. So now Dale Earnhardt, hunting for his 6th championship, who only Richard Petty is the only other person to do that, has to really start watching his back here as Morgan Shepherd is cutting in. But don't forget also about Davey Allison. Davey Allison's right there too, and Ken Schrader's not too far back either. He's been cutting into the points lead. And rookie Jeff Gordon, who's 5th in points this year coming into this race. In very impressive season for that young driver. He's looking like he could have a bright future in this sport. But with that said, we are going to get ready to go through your starting lineup presented by Budweiser. Budweiser, the official fuel of NASCAR, for powering victories for over 5 hours. Let's get down to the starting grid here, and it's the pole sitter is 3rd place point runner Davey Allison. I went past that camera, didn't I? Pole sitter Davey Allison in his Ford Thunderbird, running for Robert Yates Racing. He is, like I say, he's currently 3rd in points, and he was actually last week's winner when he won at what was it? He won at Martinsville in a side by side, the closest finish in NASCAR Winston Cup Series history ever. A point of 5/1000 closest finish ever. Davey Allison kept it over 2nd place point runner Morgan Shepherd. Very, very interesting battle there. Let's go to 2nd place where we have our points leader Dale Earnhardt. He's 2nd place today, qualified 2nd. Even though if Davey finishes if Davey wins the next 5 races, as long as Earnhardt finishes in the top 5, he will be fine in points for the next 5 races. That's a good thing about keeping that points cushion. He gives him more relief for later on in the season. 3rd place is surprise driver doing well at the end of the season. Jimmy Spencer has announced he will return to this team next year already. Bring back with him along my Nike discount mufflers. Something very, very interesting there. That'll keep this team going through the 94 season. Jeff Gordon, the rookie, the highest running rookie this year, currently in 4th here. He's looking to have a good day here at North Wilkesboro Speedway. Mark Martin, driver who had a pretty good run, had some pretty good runs at the beginning of the season here. He's been running relatively consistent this year. He's currently 6th in points. He's kind of out of the championship almost, but anything can happen. And I mean, get some more momentum for next season. He can get a couple good runs here. Morgan Shepherd starting on the outside of him, 2nd place point runner. He's going to need to move up in the field today, get near the front, or from the minimize points lost today. Harry Gant, oldest winner in NASCAR history, won 2 times this year. He's starting alongside Rusty Wallace in his Pontiac Grand Prix. It was announced that he will be actually switching over to, I believe he said Ford's next year. I believe it's Ford. I can't remember what it was now. I actually forget. He's switching his manufacturer. Yeah. Terry Labonte, who's running his Kellogg's Corn Flakes car. Ken Schrader alongside of him. You got Sterling Mullen alongside Ted Musgrave. Derek Cope and Kyle Petty in the row behind them. You've got Rick Wilson, the replacement driver of, who was it? Richard Petty. Oh, I forgot it was Richard Petty. That makes me feel stupid. He'll be starting alongside Jimmy Means, who announces next year him and his team will be taking a little bit of a step back in the schedule, regrouping to run only a few less races next year, and he won't be driving the car. He'll have other people drive the car for him. So interesting thing happening there. Kenny Wallace, the other top running rookie in the field, coming into this race. Kenny Wallace, I believe, is outside the top 20 points. far as I'm aware of. But he's going to be starting alongside of, Dale Jarrett. I clicked twice. Bobby Hillin Jr. will be starting the line. Michael Waltrip, the brother behind him, is Darrell Waltrip, and Ricky Rudd driving Darrell Waltrip's old colors on that car. Tide used to be Darrell Waltrip's sponsor. Now it's Western Auto. Ernie Irvin alongside Rick Mast in that car there. Bill Elliott alongside Dick Trickle in the 26, replacement to the late Brett Bodine, who passed away at a terrifying crash, horrific crash at Watkins Glen. Every driver's been carrying a 26 on their car this year. It's kind of a minuscule thing. You barely see it, actually. Jeffrey Bodine driving in his brand new team car. He started this last week. This is his brand new team he started up. Jeff Bodine Racing. He starts in that position. Boy Dallenbach alongside him. Rookie Bobby Labonte. Lake Speed. Phil Parsons. Hutch Strickland. Todd Bodine. And running out the field is John Andretti. Engines of getting fired here. And we're going to run a 400 lap race here. 40 actually. 400 lap race here at North Wilkesboro as Davey Allison rolls off. We'll have at least one pit stop in this race. And it's time to see what happens here. As we're starting off the final 5 races in the 1993 season. The checkered flag is in the flagman's hands. I mean the green flag, not the checkered flag. We're very far away from that yet. As they come off of turn 4 down the front stretch, waiting for it to be green. And here we go. We're green flag from North Wilkesboro. Mark Martin already making 3 wide. Off turn 2 down the back stretch now. Davey Allison pulling out to a controlling lead as this moment. It's in control, but it's not quite in complete hands yet. As you see behind them in third, the 12 and the 24 are going at it. This is a multi-groove racetrack in a sense, as the high line may work at some points and sometimes maybe the low line will work. And as you see coming on the backstretch there, Jeff Gordon gets the momentum, but into that corner, Jimmy Spencer gets the momentum in. We come off the corner now down the front stretch now. Jimmy Spencer is going to clear Gordon, and Gordon's going to have to slot in line there. Well, kind of runs high maybe a little bit there to try and get that drive off of corner exit. Behind them, you see Mark Martin and Morgan Shepherd going at it. Two Ford Thunderbirds dueling one another. A fuel and an oil. And behind that, an alcohol. If you mix those 3 together, you would probably die. But we're not going to judge that. As we come around here, if you probably mix 3rd through 6th together, you probably die. Drink all that through a muffler. Hey. Anyway, that's something we don't want to hear about. Let's go back up towards the front here, which it looks like Davey Allison is keeping one car length in between him and Dale Earnhardt. Earnhart's been just riding right behind him as this moment, as Davey Allison's been leading laps, getting the 5 laps lap-led bonus point. That 5 bonus points locked up in his favor. Not only that, but Is he locked up those 5 bonus points, but he's also trying to lock up maybe the most laps led here if he continues to lead this race. He's not gapped himself from Earnhardt, but he's kept himself in front of Earnhardt. If we take a look here, mainly the top, I would say 10 have been single filed out, and top 11. We go back to this position back here is our first side-by-side battle, which is Harry Gant and Dale Jarrett, your 1993 NASCAR Daytona 500 champion. He's trying to get around the 33 of Harry Gant. And now look at Bobby Hillin Jr. putting his fender right in there. Side by side to now. We get into turns 3 and 4 coming off the front stretch. Coming off 4 down the front stretch now. Take a look here at Harry Gant and Bobby Hillin Jr. Still nearly door handle to door handle. And Bobby can't seem to get that drive off, and Gant will. And it looks like Gant's going to clear him, and it looks like Rick Wilson in that 44 car is going to try and get on the outside of the 90 car of Bobby Hillin Jr. But look, here comes the rookie Kenny Wallace to get a run down the front stretch. Back down the turn 3 now. Kenny Wallace is putting his door right alongside the 44 there, side by side now down the front back stretch now. As we're going to go back up to the leader, I think it's getting actually close again. I saw that deficit close up a little bit. No, looks like it's about the same here. Davey Allison, Dale Earnhardt, and you see the battles. See these cars here. Derek Cope looking to try and get a run there. Maybe not. These guys, this is where all the battling's happening here. Oh, we got a caution out in the track, I believe. Ken Schrader goes very wide as I saw the caution flag wave. Yes, we do have a caution on the speedway. This is the first caution of the race. It looks like Ted Musgrave looks to have some sort of issue with that. We're going to take a look here and see what happened. Oh, everyone's coming down pit lane. We'll take a look after everyone comes down the pit lane here. Davey Allison, Dale Earnhardt. We're going to take a look and see who will win the race off pit road. I think this pit stop should get everyone the rest of the way good on gasoline. They ran about 30 to 32 laps here. So, it'll be interesting here. Look at that flag man go. Doesn't need to wave it that hard, but he's going at it. He is going for it, man. Look at him go. Oh, he stopped. That's sad. Everyone synchronized pitting. Here we go. Who's going to be the fastest pit stop here? Changing the right side to all these cars. Look at them go up in the wheel well unrealistically and then go set that back down. Here they run around the other side of the car. They lift up that side of the car. Air wrench is going off. Crews speeding as fast as they can. And Davey Allison won the race off pit road. Dale Earnhardt in second. Jeff Gordon in third. Mark Martin in fourth. Morgan Shepherd in fifth. Terry Labonte in sixth. Seventh will be Derek Cope. Eighth will be Jimmy Spencer, losing 8 positions. Ninth will be Bobby Hillman Jr., gaining 4. Rusty will also be ninth. He lost a couple. 10th will be Kyle Petty. And 11th will be Harry Gant. Let's take a look at what caused this caution. Let's see here. We're going to back up to this here. Let's take a look at what exactly caused this wreck. Or this caution, I should say. Not wreck. We don't know. It could be a wreck. Could have been spin. Could have been some debris. Waiting for the lights to come on here. There they are right there. Let's take a look here. Looks like some sort of issue here. Oh, it looks like... Oh, I think I know what the problem is. See the speeds here. Let's take a look what happened to Ted Musgrave. Oh, it looked up... Oh, Ted Musgrave, who was running in the 9th place position in that underfunded 55 machine. Coming off the corner here, I guess something just let go, and he's trying to get everyone's way. People are coming by. He can't find a way. And oh, man. Ken Schrader, the unlucky person there, is, man, they are flying around him there. Dangerous situation. We're still green at this time, but you see, obviously, Ted Musgrave just couldn't go anywhere. The engine just died. And that's sad for that team. They were having such a good run. They've been having such good runs all year. He's currently 11th in points coming into this race. That's going to punch that right in the gut and probably bring it down about 2 or 3 positions. As around his heels, nipping at his heels, was Terry Labonte in points. And Sterling Marlin was right on his heels as well. And we're going to have to now go back to where we are on the racetrack here. See if we're green yet. Fast forward here. Obviously, you saw these pit stops already. See how long it takes for these guys to go around the racetrack. Alright. Pace car's coming back off now. They have a 25-lap shootout to go here. Davey Allison, Dale Earnhardt, and Jeff Gordon, Mark Martin, and Morgan Shepherd. A very good top 5 here to start off, to continue this race here. Green flag in the flagman's hands. He's waiting. He's waiting. He's waving it. We're green. Look at him go again. That man loves his job. We're down to turn 1. Dale Earnhardt looking, peeking to the inside, but to no avail. 5 more laps. Davey Allison will have locked up the most laps left, but here comes Dale Earnhardt to the inside. Earnhardt side by side with Allison through 3 and 4. Earnhardt has been second all race, riding in the wings, but this could be his chance now. Who leads this lap? Davey Allison learning the nose job here, as here comes Jeff Gordon the inside of Dale Earnhardt. Earnhardt can't get the run off the corner. Davey Allison will clear him, and now here comes Earnhardt to the inside, outside of... Oh, he just hit the 3 car. I saw him just give him a shot right there in the corners there. I hit the wrong camera angle, and you see Mark Martin now coming to the inside of Jeff Gordon. Gordon trying to defend his 3rd place position from Mark Martin, a driver who's been in the sport now for about 3 or 4 years, taking on the wily rookie, the person who doesn't know much about the sport, but is giving his heart and soul into what this car is doing right now. And you see behind them, side by side as well, 2 veterans of the sport, Morgan Shepherd and Terry Labonte, as Mark Martin is trying to clear Jeff Gordon here as the battle for the lead is starting to separate out. Mark Martin will clear Gordon off that corner. Move Martin up to 3rd, Gordon back to 4th here, but Gordon's going to put it on the outside. Ooh, and now here comes Shepherd. The time to slot in was now, and now Gordon will have to pay for that. Shepherd now going to try and claim that 4th place position from him. Shepard, who the third place points runner, needing to get up there and be near these guys so you minimize points loss, maybe gain some points on them if they screw one another. Martin blocking that low line down the backstretch here. Gordon looking on the high side. You see these guys are all over one another as this moment. We come down the front stretch again, halfway through this race. 20 down, 20 to go. And Davey Allison is all but clinched the most laps led here. As long as he leads this next one, it's an indefinite signal that he will lead. He will have that extra 5 bonus points, which in any championship battle could mean life or death, championship or no championship. Davey Allison locks that up right there. We have 19 to go. Allison trying to pull away and claim his second victory in a row, and I believe third of the season it would be if he won this race. Davey Allison sprinting, running away from Dale Earnhardt, and look at Mark Martin behind them. Jeff Gordon and Morgan Shepherd going at it. The crowd packed here into this little half-mile racetrack in Wilkes County, North Carolina. As you see these drivers now, that intensity level has dropped a little bit now. Everyone trying to settle in now and make sure they don't kill each other, racing each other so hard. 17 laps to go. Single file throughout most of the field there. I think I saw finally Harry Gant was one of the first drivers pulling out. Let's take a look back here. He's pulling out Kyle Petty, who is chop blocked him right there. Down the backstretch now. Take a look here at some other drivers. You see Ken Schrader had to pay for that car expiring right in front of him there. Lost all of his track position. He's having a hard time finding his way back up through the field. And it's gonna be a while before he can get back up there towards the front. He was 10th before that car exploded in front of him. Ooh, now he's pulling out. You see him actually pulling out here on Darrell Waltrip. DW trying to defend that position in his own car, the 17 Western Auto Parts Chevrolet. He ran that team. He opened that team when he left Hendrick Motorsports last year in 1992. He opened up his own team. Has had some success in it. This year has not been that of the same calipers. He's had some definite woes on his side there, not having as much luck as he had. An 84-time winner in this sport. That ranks him, I would say. I think that ties him with Bobby Allison. I think third all time. Coming off of turn 4 now, Darrell Waltrip just lost that 18th place position to Ken Schrader in front of him. It was 17th. I think it was 17th actually. And now Sterling Marlin, you see him in front of Ken, trying to battle with Rick Wilson for a top 15 spot. And we take a look up here. Actually, we'll go all the way up to 12, number 12, I should say, of Jimmy Spencer, who's running in the Bobby Allison machine. 12 Ford Thunderbird, running alongside the 2 of Rusty Wallace, who was having a good season, but just kind of started stagnating out near the end here, who was about third in points, trying to get up there and battle with Earnhardt in the points, and really has kind of fallen off. He's battling for this position right now. He's going to lose 9th, it looks like, to 8th it should be, to Jimmy Spencer, but he's battling back on the outside pretty valiantly, but here comes Bobby Hillman Jr. on the inside, right behind Bobby Allison's 12 car that Jimmy Spencer is driving. We go up even further here. You see Derek Cope, the 1990 Daytona 500 champion, in 7th. And you see, it looks like Earnhardt's been starting to fall off a little bit from Allison's back bumper, and Martin's actually been kind of gaining on him a little bit here. Allison, only 9 laps to go around this racetrack. He has to just come around here, and like I said, 9 more times, 8.5 now. This comes down the backstretch, and he'll win his 2nd race in a row. These short tracks have been doing good for Allison here, and that's what he needs. He actually, right now, if he wins this race, he'll take over 2nd place in points. As we watch Dale Earnhardt come off turn 2 down the backstretch, he is about 7/10 off of Davey Allison right now, and you see 3rd and 4th. That's been a close battle for the last multiple laps here. But Mark Martin, who looked like he was gaining on Earnhardt quite a bit, looks like he's kind of falling back off a little bit here. Top 5 looks like kind of spaced out a little bit. Mark Martin actually did just gain on the leader a little bit there, and got about 3/100ths into the lead here. But with still only 7 laps to go, that's something that is minuscule. This top 5 though, each one of them have. It's interesting to look at these seasons by each driver differently. Every year, every season tells a different story. And, you know, with Davey Allison, last year, heartbreak losing the championship. After he fought through all that adversity, he's coming through this year. And near the end, once again, he's spiking up, trying to see if he can get a run at his first championship. And Dale Earnhardt, again, just Mr. Dominance, you know, an intimidator himself. Being what he is, the best, winning, just being one of the best drivers out there week in and week out. Mark Martin, a driver who, you know, a very, very nice driver, calm driver, someone who always is known for clean racing. He's had a decent year, had some up and down, but he's had a good year. The rookie Jeff Gordon making a breakthrough rookie season here, having a good season, and Morgan Shepherd. I mean, someone you wouldn't even think would be competing this year. He's been having a heck of a season in the championship speech bubble here as we have lap traffic now, coming to 3 laps to go. Davey Allison trying to pull away with putting a lap car in between him and Dale Earnhardt. But Earnhardt, I think, just cut into his lead a lot right there. Yeah, about 2/10 because of that lap traffic. And Mark Martin is within a second now as well. But Mark Martin just met that lap car in a terrible part of the racetrack and a corner exit. Come the 2 laps to go, we'll get the side-by-side flags here. And Davey Allison looks to have his lead cut into quite a bit here. Gordon meets that lap car in a very bad part of the track as well. Coming down into turn 3 and turn 1 for second to last time. Davey Allison trying to pull away. He's coming to the white flag this time by. He's about 30 seconds away from victory as long as he doesn't make any mistakes in those 30 seconds. Coming around to the white flag. Davey Allison has one more lap left before he dominated this race today and tries to cut into Earnhardt's points lead. This is a great day for him. The one problem is it was a great day for Earnhardt too, running second all race day. And coming down into turn 3 for one last time, Davey Allison through turns 3 and 4. He will come off of turn 4 and he will win the second race in a row this season, and he will win the 1993 running of the Tyson Holy Farm 400. Davey Allison coming around here in the number 28, victorious here in that 28 car. Funny fact, actually enough, the 28 car won this race in real life. This was the first race the 28 car won after Allison died, and it was won by Ernie Irvin. So that's just interesting to tell you. That's an interesting tidbit fact, breaking the fourth wall for a second. Let's get back into this reality, though. So Davey Allison wins. Dale Earnhardt second, Mark Martin third, Jeff Gordon fourth, and Morgan Shepherd fifth. Terry Labonte sixth, Derek Cope seventh, Jimmy Spencer eighth, Rusty Wallace ninth. And rounding out your top 10 is Bobby Hillin Jr. Good run for that underfunded team there. And now we'll take a look at the points coming out of this race. Davey Allison cuts is your new second place points runner, 161 points behind. Earnhardt's points lead only shrunk. Actually, it grew a little bit. It went from 154 to 161 now. That's actually, so it was a good day for Earnhardt. His points he grew, but Allison putting himself in position to be able to start trying to gain into Earnhardt's points lead. He's second now. Morgan Shepherd lost some ground. You see Jeff Gordon up to fourth now, passes his teammate in points for fifth. Mark Martin still in sixth. Dale Jarrett in seventh. Rusty Wallace eighth. Jimmy Spencer ninth. And rounding your top 10 in points, Kyle Petty. Well, that is it here from North Wilkesboro Speedway. Next week we'll be going to, I believe it's Charlotte Motor Speedway for that race, and hope to see people there. Until next time, goodbye.